After almost 30 years behind bars, Janusz Waluś, the man who killed SACP leader Chris Hani, is going to be released on parole. But with his South African citizenship having been revoked back in 2017, there are questions as to where he'll be spending his newfound freedom. The Polish-born Waluś immigrated to South Africa in 1981 and was given citizenship in 1986. But in 2017, the Department of Home Affairs revoked it. If his citizenship remains revoked and no other arrangements are put in place to keep him in the country, then upon his release, Waluś will have to be deported to Poland. And as his attorney, Julian Knight, told Eyewitness News, this is what they expect. The effect of this would be that Waluś would not end up serving any time on parole. When an inmate is released on parole, it's usually subject to various conditions and monitoring by the Department of Correctional Services. These only expire with his parole, and his parole, in turn, only expires with his sentence, which means when it comes to lifers like Waluś, this usually continues until their death. Waluś committed his crime before the current legislative regime came into effect, though. And so he's subject to the previous regime, which would only require him to serve 2 years on parole. But South Africa doesn't have jurisdiction in Poland, so if he were deported, the country wouldn't be able to impose any conditions or monitoring on him. And the net result would be that he would avoid having to serve any time on parole or being subject to any conditions or monitoring. But there is another route the state could take. It could move to keep Waluś in the country for the duration of his parole, by granting him some sort of temporary residence. However, it's unclear at this stage what the plan is. Waluś's lawyers haven't heard anything from the authorities yet, and the Department of Home Affairs hasn't responded to Eyewitness News' questions. Bernadette Wicks, Eyewitness News.